strength training is the best way to get lean. Watch this.
All right. Our next caller is Maddie from Washington.
Maddie, what's happening? How can we help you?
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for having me on. This is so exciting.
You got it.
All right.
So I thought I'd start with a little background and then I'll ask my question. So I'm 25 years old. In the last year, I've lost about 40 pounds. And I'm trying to move from weight loss to just gaining more strength. And I before have been doing about 5 days in the gym with about 30 minutes of cardio and 20 minutes of just trying different machines, not anything super serious. And I have a trainer who's been trying to help me get into more strength training. And she says the same thing that you guys do a lot, which is stop all of that cardio and lift more. And my question is, how will I not gain weight? I know it makes logical sense, but I don't know why it makes sense. And so I just want to know, why will I not gain weight by cutting out that cardio and just lifting more? And then also I'd love some just pointers on moving from trying just different machines to like actually getting stronger.
Okay. So you said it makes logical sense. What makes logical sense about it?
I guess maybe not logical sense, but every time I've been listening to your podcast, my trainer recommended it a few weeks ago. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you guys seem to believe this. And you guys seem to give really great grounded advice. And I want to believe you, but I'm just not sure why.
I see. Okay. So you're a new listener. So let me, I'll do the simplified kind of version of this explanation. You can burn calories manually. Okay. So you can move by burning calories. But your body also burns calories on its own. That's what your metabolism is, okay? And there's a lot of room with where your metabolism can go. Your metabolism can become more efficient or less efficient, and that can become a big number. And that's a number that'll happen on its own. So think of your metabolism in this particular context is how many calories your body burns automatically, and then you got the manual side of how many calories you want to burn by moving. The reason why you don't want to rest your laurels on the I got to move more side of the equation is for 2 reasons. One, you don't burn that many calories when you move, okay? So I know people are like, oh, you got to move more to burn more calories. It's not that much. An hour of really hard exercise will burn you maybe 400 calories. I know that, the machines at the gym
machines will say 1,000 or something,
but they're full of crap. It's like 400 calories maybe. 400 calories, I mean, that's a lot of work to burn something that you could eat in 10 minutes, right? What if we could teach your metabolism to burn 400 more calories on its own? In other words,
sitting on the couch,
just doing your daily life, right? The way you do that is you move towards building muscle, is you feed your body appropriately, and through the process of building muscle, not just having more muscle, because more muscle does burn more calories, but also telling your body it doesn't need to be as efficient with calories. That will make your metabolism move in the direction of faster. And I've taken many people. I've taken young ladies like yourself and gotten them to burn 800 more calories a day through a faster metabolism, for example. That's not way out of the ballpark of reasonable, by the way. So you can do this by teaching your metabolism to burn more calories. It's a much more sustainable approach. Otherwise, you're stuck with, I got to do all this cardio. I got to keep moving to keep my body where it's at. And then on top of that, cardio teaches the body to become more efficient with calories. And it does this by paring muscle down and because it's a calorie intensive form of activity that doesn't require much strength. And so you'll see over time that your metabolism actually starts to quote unquote slow down through that process. I wrote a book called The Resistance Training Revolution. I think it explains it or break it down. It's very easy to understand. I think that would do you a lot of good. I think that would help you really understand this process. Now, as far as your workouts are concerned, if you're working with a trainer that understands strength training, I would listen to them.
Well, especially if they're telling you to listen to podcasts. So yes. They probably use our philosophy to train.
I would have the trainer tell them, look, okay, I want to do strength training. I want to get stronger. I want to trust the process. Show up and then do those workouts. And then watch what happens. And what'll happen is the scale isn't going to move, but you're going to get this kind of snowball effect. And as your metabolism kicks up, you're going to find it easier and easier to maintain leanness, or you'll actually get leaner, and it's going to feel much more effortless.
Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind too. Most people that are exercising are doing it to shape their body or to get in better shape, lose body fat, lean out, get this figure that they're trying to obtain. Cardio does not do that. Weight training is the only way for you to sculpt your body. You can lose weight and body fat can come off, but you're not going to shape your body. You're not going to make your hip to waist ratio look better. You're not going to make your butt sit up and be more perkier. You're not going to make your arms look more defined and sculpted. That is all from lifting weights. Literally, that is all. And you can keep your weight exactly where it's, your body weight exactly where it's at, and completely alter the way your body looks by lifting weights. You cannot do that with cardio.
Well, Maddie, muscle is very dense, and it takes up, I don't know, something like a little more than 3/4 of the space that body fat does for the same amount of weight. So in other words, if you lost 10 pounds of body fat and gained 10 pounds of muscle, you would weigh the same on the scale, but you would look very different.
Okay.
So keep that all in mind. But I do highly suggest you read the Resistance Training Revolution. I wrote it for the average person, and I kind of break it down. It'll make sense, and it's backed by studies. I put some really interesting studies in there. And then, of course, the way I explain it, I think it'll make sense to you, and it'll really help you make this mental transition with your exercise, because you're in a very common place. People lose the weight through trying to move a lot and cut their calories, and then they get to this place where they're kind of like, it's unsustainable or plateau. Like, what do I do from here? If we can get your metabolism to just burn more calories, I mean, how much easier will it be for you to maintain this for the rest of your life, right?
You're at a very exciting place right now. Getting somebody who has primarily done cardio to get in shape most of their life, and I get a hold of them and I introduce strength training to them.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Get ready to get your mind blown.
I will say, on the trainer end of things, I do have a great trainer. I can only meet with her about once a month for 30 minutes, though, as part of a membership. And otherwise, I'm kind of
Got it.
I'm trying to get my husband through law school, so
oh, no worries.
I have to be self-taught.
Maddie, I'm going to send you a program. Then I'm going to send you. Let me send you. How's your movement? I mean, you're pretty young. You could do like a squat, and you can squat down, body weight, and all that stuff, right? You don't have any mobility issues.
How about resistance training?
I would do.
Mass resistance.
Yeah, let me send you MAPS resistance, and start with that.
And get the book. So get the book from him, or get his book so you can read it, and then follow MAPS Resistance, which was designed to complement that.
That'll be your workout, and just follow that.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much, guys.
And keep listening to the podcast. It'll make more sense as you listen. It's a conversation. It's not something you can understand in just one.
Right. One just sound bites can explain it all.
Yeah. Well, it's been great so far, from conspiracy theories to just this advice.
Yeah, my people.
All right.
The lizard people want us to be fat.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, it's cool getting a new listener who hasn't, because, I mean, we talk about that so much on the show that I assume someone calls in and
they
knows.
know our answer already.
So I'm like, but I'm glad, she's a new listener. She called in because it's going to blow her mind. I mean, when you make the transition from I need to burn all this and I can't eat to, wow, I could teach my body to want to do. And then you start to do it, and then the snowball effects happen, because when you do tons of cardio and you cut your calories, you get that initial fast weight loss, and then you get that hard plateau. With what we talk about, it feels like a slower start, but then the snowball effect starts to happen.
Well, that's the biggest psychological challenge.
And then you're in this place where you're like, this is, I used to love hearing this from clients that come see me and be like, Sal, this is so weird. How am I getting leaner? I don't understand.
And I can eat more?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what's going on? I'm like, you're working with your body, and this is now you're finding the sustainable lifelong approach.
I mean, Katrina was the last person for me to give that mind-blowing advice to. I mean, I remember watching her going from the person who every time she put on an extra 5 or 10 pounds, she went straight to the road and ran for an hour or 2 hours at a time, and then ran the calories off, and was this back and forth battle. And she was constantly struggling with keeping her weight where she liked it. And fast forward years later of us dating, and she's like, I am so mad all these years that I thought this was, she's like, I put less effort, less time. My body is the best it's ever been. I can eat more than I've ever ate before. It's way less effort into exercising. She's like,
you're not a slave to the treadmill anymore.
Oh my God. It's like, it's the secret sauce once you put, that's why she's in an exciting place right now. If that's how she's gotten in shape most of her life, introducing strength training to her.
Oh, it's gonna blow her mind.
Oh yeah.